Do you ever feel like staying consistent on social media is just way too much work? Like, by the time you figure out what to post, you've already lost half of your day. Trust me, I have been there. But the thing is, staying consistent does not have to be overwhelming. I found a system that helps me create weeks, sometimes months of content in advance. So that way I can feel like I'm staying consistent without feeling like I'm glued to my phone 24/7. Hey, I'm Faye. I'm a brand and marketing designer dedicated to helping small businesses grow and thrive on and offline through impactful branding. And today I'm going to show you how exactly I batch create my content, organize everything, and schedule it in a way that feels effortless once it's done. Whether you're a small business owner trying to stay on top of your socials or just someone looking to simplify their own content process, this is going to help you out big time. So let's get into it. All right, so first things first, what even is batch content creation and why should you care about it? Batch content creation is basically the idea of doing one type of task, like filming, editing, or scheduling, on a larger scale all at once. So instead of creating just one post every day, you're creating a bunch of content in one sitting. It's like meal prepping, but social media. It works because it saves you time. When you batch create, you're not wasting time switching between tasks like setting up your camera, brainstorming ideas, or opening and closing editing apps over and over. You get in a rhythm and you knock it all out in one go. It also reduces stress. Instead of panicking the night before wondering, what am I going to post tomorrow? You already have it all planned. You have it filmed and it's ready to go. So no more last minute scrambling. And it also keeps you consistent. And let's be real, consistency is everything when it comes to social media. Showing up regularly builds trust with your audience and keeps you top of mind. When I started batching my content, it was a total game changer. Suddenly, I wasn't just keeping up, I was ahead. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, this might just be the thing that makes you breathe a little easier. So I guess let's just talk about how I batch my content step by step. One of the biggest challenges with batching content is making sure it doesn't all look the same because no one wants their social media feed to feel too repetitive. So make sure you have outfit changes. When I batch, I like to record multiple videos in one sitting, but I do like to switch up outfits just to create some variety. It's super simple. I'll just pick out a few outfits ahead of time, nothing fancy, just whatever fits the vibe, the brand that I'm going for, and then lay them out so that I can quickly change between takes. Either way, just plan your topics. Before even starting to record, I write down all of my video ideas or topics that I want to cover and make sure that they're related but not identical so I can record them back to back without feeling too repetitive. Then record in batches. I'll film all videos in one outfit first, maybe three or four, depending on how much energy I have. Then I'll switch outfits and keep going. This makes it look like the videos were shot on different days, even though it's all happening in one session. And mix it up. Sometimes I'll also switch small things like my background, or I might add props just to make it feel a little bit more fresh. But honestly, the outfits alone make a huge difference. This trick keeps my content looking polished and professional while saving me a ton of time. And it makes it easier for me to stay consistent without feeling like I have to get ready for the camera every single day. So now that everything's recorded, it's time for editing. And editing in bulk is where the magic happens. So, one, start with the system. I upload all the videos into a specific folder on my computer or in your cloud storage, and I name each file based on the topic. So, for example, if video one is about content creation tips, I'll name it that. If video two is about web design tips, I'll name it that. If there are multiple videos about the same topic, for example, brand design tips, I'll do brand design tips one, brand design tips two, and brand design tips three. This makes it a little easy to find what I need later on. And then edit everything in one go. Once all the videos are uploaded, I block out a chunk of time to edit them all at once. I'll add in captions, graphics, and any other necessary touches to keep everything cohesive. Because doing it all together saves so much time because I'm already in the editing mindset. I'm in edit mode. Consistent branding is also your best friend. To save more time, I use templates for things like my intros, my outros, and my text overlays. Make sure you're using the right fonts and the right colors to represent your brand. Because if you're not already doing this, it is a game changer. You can set it up once as a preset and then you can plug in your content for every video and then add in just the finishing touches. Once the videos are edited, export them, double check that everything looks good. Maybe create thumbnails for each of those videos and then sort them into folders based off of the days or weeks that they'll be posted. For example, set 1 might be for every Monday, set 2 might be for every Tuesday, and so on. Editing can feel like a lot of work, but when you do it in bulk, it's a lot more manageable. Plus, knowing that all your videos are good to go for the next month or two, that's the kind of peace of mind you can't put a price on. All right, so now that your videos are filmed and they're edited, let's talk about organizing them because if you're not organized, it's so easy for things to fall through the cracks. So I keep my content organized and ready to post by one, sorting by the themes or the days. Like I said, I like to group my videos into sets based off of when I'm planning to post them. For example, I might have a set of motivational tips every other Monday or quick hacks for growth on Tuesdays. This way, I know exactly what's going on what day, and I don't have to think about it later. Then also create a naming system. When you save your videos, use a clear file name because it saves a lot of time when you're trying to find a specific video later. And it makes scheduling way easier because everything's already labeled. Write out your captions in advance too and maybe throw them into a Word document. And use folders. I create folders for each week or month of content. And inside those folders, I organize the video by the day they're supposed to go live. For example, I'll have a folder named January content. Inside of that, I'll have week 1, week 2, and so on. And also back up everything. This is so important. Back up your files. I store everything on my computer and in Google Drive. That way, if something happens, I don't lose all of the work that I've done. Technology breaks, but be sure to stay prepared. Being organized not only makes posting easier, but also keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. When everything has its own place, you can just focus on showing up for your audience. So now that everything is recorded, edited, organized, the final step is scheduling those posts. This is where all of your hard work actually starts to pay off because once it's scheduled, you're pretty much done. All right, so choose your scheduling tool. There's a lot of tools out there: Later, Planoly, Buffer, Meta Business Suite, you name it. But I personally use Buffer and the Meta Business Suite because it just does everything that I need. Choose one that works for you and stick to it. Then upload and plan in advance. I take all the videos I've organized and I upload them into that scheduling tool. And from there, I assign each video to its designated date and time. For example, I'll set my Monday post to go live at 10 a.m. every other week. This consistency helps build trust with my audience, and that's just because they know when to expect new content. And then stick to a posting frequency. Decide how often you want to post and then stick to it. Maybe 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or even if it's just 1 time a week. Choose what works for you. Create a rhythm that feels sustainable. And check your analytics. Once everything's scheduled, I like to check back on how older posts are performing. What are people engaging with the most often? And how can you take that and bring it into next month's planning? You can then adjust and just focus on what's working for you. By scheduling ahead, you free yourself up to focus on other parts of your business without sacrificing your online presence. It's honestly the best feeling to know your content is handled and all you have to do is go watch it go live. So, yeah, your content is filmed, edited, organized, and scheduled. So now you can just sit back and focus on running your business while your social media works for you. Because the bottom line is the more that you do upfront, the less you have to stress about it later. So, this whole batching and scheduling process is not just about saving time, it's about creating space: mental space, physical space, time space. When you have everything handled weeks or even months in advance, you free yourself up to focus on the things that matter in your business, like serving your clients or brainstorming new ideas or even just taking a break. We all need a break. Also, just think about how much more consistent your brand's going to look when you're not scrambling to post something last minute. Your audience will start to recognize your style, your voice, and the value that shows up because you're more polished and intentional. And if you're thinking, "Ooh, that sounds great, but it sounds like a lot," it gets easier the more you do it. The first time definitely takes a long time as you figure out your own system. But once you have it down, it literally feels like second nature. It's so worth it. But if you do need help along the way, I'm always here for you. I have many social media packages. We can hop on a call together, talk about it, and figure out what works for you. So let's just recap what we talked about. So we talked about batching your content, filming multiple videos at once, switching outfits to keep things fresh, and editing everything in bulk to save time. Then we covered how to stay organized with folders, naming your systems, backing up your files. And then you get into scheduling your posts ahead of time so you can stay consistent without constantly stressing about what to post next. And if you're a small business owner, I hope this gave you some practical tips to take control of your social media and make it work for you. Because let's be real, you have so much on your plate, and this process can save you a lot of time and energy. Alrighty, so I think that's about it for today. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're planning to batch and organize your own content. And also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future tips. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I'll see you next Monday for the next one. You take care of yourself. Bye!